Hello, it's me. I've been gone for a bit, but that's because I felt like I'm actually dying. But I feel a little bit better now, to the point where I don't feel like I'm actually dying, so I'm going to record things. This being one of the things I'm going to record, because I like this game and I need to finish this campaign before Total War comes out, because we're going to do Total War and stuff. But anyway, our next goal, we're not exactly historic, a little bit off at the moment, but our next goal, no particular order or all at the same time, not entirely sure, is Iberian Peninsula. It's still a goal. Carthago, this general... What, does this have a different name than Carthago? I don't know. My throat still feels like despair, so apologies on the commentary side, but... And then this stuff over here. So this shoreline, this coastline, and then like probably just all of Macedon, whatever it's called. So those are our goals at the moment. I'm probably going to lean towards this direction first, because I need to sneeze. Anyway, because this direction has the proper religion. There you go. So everything over here is the proper religion. It's not the proper culture. It's not even the proper culture group. But because it has the proper religion, it's a lot easier to handle unrest than it is over here, because it's missing half of the unrest penalty that this stuff has. Or unhappiness penalty, whatever it is. There's a thing somewhere. It shows you, like, why their happiness is the way it is. I don't remember where that is, but anyway, that's probably the gist, is we'll probably go this way, and in fact... Where are my armies? Oh, they're there. They're all on Rome. Okay. In fact, we're probably going to declare war soon. You're already at war with them. You're allied with one of the people that I want to fight, and this dude, who is entirely irrelevant to the entire equation. But again, you're also at war. Macedon's at war with a lot of stuff, though. They are winning. So we could probably push into that pretty easy, so... Again, the problem of too many heavy infantry. Not enough places to be able to put said heavy infantry. It used to be a point where I could like speak the English language to some competent degree, but here we are. Really, all of... 0, that'll do. We'll be a bit... But, you know, a bit spread out. This is what I get for recording. Apologies. Sure, slaves. But anyway, we'll march them right over here. We will do some covert fabrications of claims on both of these people. What is... Liburnia? Or Dalmatia? I guess it doesn't matter, we'll just take the bigger one. And I don't care about this dude's territory. I care about that dude in general. What are your techs? You were ahead, but still behind me. The others are way behind me, so. Again, apologies. I wanted to record, but I am actually dying, apparently. Ooh, supply limit 25. This newfound knowledge, I might be able to move my men around a little bit. I think I can move you there. Move you there. Move you not there, apparently. No, yeah, I can move him. It's counting the other army on top of it. I need better supply limits over here, but this will do, actually. It's too heavy. That's as close as we can get. Let's get some generals around here of various capabilities. I don't really care as long as they're loyal and not, you know, off. Alright. How's your war going? -6 plus 50. You're -6 with who? This is a good question. With them. Why are you a war? What? Are you allied with Seleucid? Is that what's going on here? Yes. Okay. I was so confused about that. It's like, why would they ever be at war with these people? But anyway, they are, so. We're gonna briefly chill for our morale from the generals to actually add up here. Generals add so much morale, it's crazy. Alright, good enough. Declare war. The Senate likes this, so we don't have to do any tyranny to force it through. And of course their allies will theoretically join. Which they should have. They did. Man, that looks intimidating with how much red is over there, but shouldn't be a problem. I forgot to set my economy back to be something useful. Whoops-a-daisy. Well, we can't do anything till we siege this. I'm gonna shuffle my armies up and get to sieging that. Why was there an enemy boat in my port? What happened there that allowed this to occur? We can't walk in here because the fort's in the way. This dude... fighting a war. You're allied. So they probably can, because they're fighting a war together, they can march troops through there. So we're gonna have to be careful with stuff showing up behind us again. I'll take the 20 loyalty. Always the loyalty. I need better forts up here, probably. At some point. Because it's going to be a long time, historically, before I expand this way, so having forts there is probably just good in general. Hello. Now you're going to take that fight. And I don't know why you're thinking of doing that. In the slightest. Like, we're going to absolutely crush this fight. He says that they're actually killing more men than me. Which is unfortunate. We win the morale, but, you know, casualties. Alright, the siege is won. The only other fort they have is all the way back there. I guess we'll march that way. There's probably not going to be any land in here that has a supply limit high enough for my troops, so I'll be a bit careful about it. We're going to set them back up to auto in a second here. It should make them go fight stuff or siege things. Hopefully siege things. If they start doing stupid things, I'll have to realize there were nations there. That's not even colonized. Interesting. Hopefully siege things. If they start doing stupid stuff, I'll have to keep an eye on them. Rebels. Why are there rebels over here? There's a fort there and a fort here. So there's only 4 total forts. Are you done at war? You're still at war with them. I guess they pieced out this war somehow. Not entirely sure on that, but we are victorious. The great Roman Empire. It looks like we're mostly fighting rather than sieging. And this is a thing that happens with the AI a lot. They're already at war with someone, they've been at war with someone. The instant the player declares war on them, all of their armies show up to fight you. Even though by all accounts they should have already been busy. So 2 extra siege engineers. We're up to 8 siege engineers. I don't mind if I do. So this army's manually controlled. I guess we should have it wander around and siege stuff in the back for me. I suppose. I wonder where Macedon's armies are. That's Salami's. Care not for Salami's army. I mean, that's really none of our business. Once again, we run a that's none of our business theme around here, you might have noticed. We are sieging stuff. We're taking a lot of attrition. 62,000 men. That's the problem with heavy units, is they take a lot of attrition and it takes a lot of men to replace it. Downsides and such. Friends with a researcher. This benefits me not at all, but sure. We're gonna have a lot of "We Are Victorious" pop-ups. We have dudes all the way over here. What was that? Yeah, there's Macedon sieging stuff over here. I only really want the coastline, but I'll take as much as I can. So I'm not too worried if stuff up here gets sieged by other nations in the war. Because this is like we got RGB in this country. Millennia before the invention of RGB, we got RGB going on. Siege is fast. You, sir. Should have sieged the stuff back here for me, and then I'll set it back to auto. There are a bunch of high-value cities over here for that to keep popping up. Let the looting be gentle thing. Also, I'm glad that just continuous trade pop-ups. Not at all irritating. Not in the slightest. Wish I hadn't sieged that, because the castle would take it for me, but... No, we have a route all the way around that. I'm tempted to just leave that. Maybe this guy will end his war before mine, so we can re-siege some stuff? I'm not entirely sure. Would be nice. Macedon has ended its war. They didn't take anything, they're just no longer part of the equation for some reason. Hello, thank you for trading. Also, in the process of not recording because of death, I've learned that there's a cap for treasury at 99,999. That's as high as you can go. Everything else doesn't have a cap. It goes forever. And if your monthly income is higher than the difference between the cap and your current treasury, that you will not gain any money. It doesn't just hit the cap and just chill there, it just doesn't go up. It's very strange. Set this one to auto, doesn't matter. And at this point, what they do? Might as well set you to auto too. You're not involved in this, are you? No. Your overlord is someone we're fighting, though. Which is curious. Because it means I'm gonna have to fight the overlord again when I go to take this land, which also puts us at border with Macedon, which I'm sure they love. Sure, they're just pleased as a pumpkin that we're gonna be bordering them, but hey. Multi-gain chance minus 50 is pretty good. Monthly loyalty is also pretty good. with monthly loyalty. This is like the opposite of what actual historic Rome is, where the monthly loyalty just went down. We're just perpetually at 100 now, I think. It looks like we're going to end our war before this country does. Can you get this before they do? They might siege that. No. They're going to siege that one, which kind of sucks, but... I just want to make sure that we can get a route through here. National tax minus 10. Not like the national tax is too important anyway. Why is he not trying to force a peace? But it doesn't matter because I'll take the peace. So I can take all of this. That gives us the shoreline. We don't get this little roundabout path that I sieged here though. It's just too much. It's too much value to get all of this land, which is unfortunate, but we'll take this, I guess. Oh, right, I can't take any money because it's already at 100, and that's as high as it'll let you go. 21 aggressive expansion. It's so expensive. Histria. Histria and Liburnia. Banya. Well, I wanted the coastline, and the coastline is what I will get. Sure, they said independent. They'll probably all march roughly back to Rome. So we lack a governor. You, sir, may have it, and you will no longer be scorned because you'll be making money. Yes, you shouldn't be. And that province needs a provincial army. Which I don't remember what I was using for those. 1010, okay. I don't think it needs it super badly, no, especially not compared to over here, but we're running on the every province gets one of these system now. Wait. We made too many. We'll find out in a minute, but I think I may have made too many because I wasn't paying attention. No. In fact, I took one too many off when I did that. I guess we could just leave our economy set to normal. Certainly don't lack for money. And it'll keep me from forgetting in the future. We are victorious. Pirates. In case you're curious what that was about. Got rid of the pirates that were along the coastline somewhere. Good heavens, okay. So we're not running an omen. Don't know what we were running before. Probably national growth. Let's continue running that. I like me pop growth. Italy itself, rather brightish green. Not ultra bright green, that's Rome. Rome has a lot of citizens and a lot of slaves and nothing else. But, you know, we're looking pretty consistently a brighter shade of green in most of Italy here. So that's good. Everything else is dark, but, you know. Oh, you're gonna chill over here? I mean, that's fine. In fact, I probably could have left all of my armies over there because I was about to go to war again. What's this? All Illyria? Oh, that's a long region. And the reason I say I'm about to go to war again is because I need this Your overlord is a revolt. What? Interesting. Are there Why are there Macedonian mercenaries? What? How powerful are you? 230. Allied with Thrace. Seleucid is powerful, but they're way over there. That doesn't matter. Thrace, not very strong. You're also kind of a long boy. But Macedon is looking a little scary. Or we just hire up some mercenaries over here. Instead of building more units. Actually, I really should just build more units, let's be honest here. I could go with a few lighter. Like, those are my heavies. My heavy units. Let's try and make a few lighter ones that we can place around or move around faster. Not super fast, mind you, they are gonna still have, you know, basics. Something like that. 10, 10, 10, the old classic. I really wish there was a, like, way to save military armies and then just build that army with the click of a button. I believe EU4 has that because of the way their armies work. You can build like a... I don't remember what they're called. You could build like a division with like a click or whatever. Wish you could do that here. Okay. Those will be our 3 lighter infantry, lighter cohort. Lighter legionnaires? How many cohorts is a legionnaire? I don't remember. Or how many legionnaires is a cohort? A lot of questions, not really any answers. What are you? Those my horses? Send them funds to rebuild because I have unlimited money. You are now the new governor of this terrible place. Try not to get stabbed in the back. Have fun. So those are all 10-10. Their weight is immensely lower than our other units. Only 24 weight, whereas these are 44. They're not as strong, mind you. They don't have any heavy units. So they're a little bit more vulnerable to stuff, but you know. Something's being sieged over here. A revolt. Finally managed to get troops over there somehow. I'll finish off that revolt soon. Of course, they're basically trash. Like how nobody really asks me for military access anymore. Demand a payment to the city for 10 loyalty. 10 loyalty is nothing. Means 0.14 a month. So in a year, you'll have not very much gained back, but still. As long as you're not negative. Any loyalty gain is fine. The other option instead of going to Macedon is we go for Carthage. Carthage is allied with Egypt. An interesting turn of events. It's no longer something I particularly want to go for. You're still at war. Whoops. You're still at war with the country over there. to move our troops back over. Probably suffer some attrition along the way, but that's okay. We'll have to build more roads too. Where do all my roads end? Right there and over there. So I need roads like all the way down this shoreline. And then down here once we get those built too. Also need more boats. Many more boats. And I'm going to continue making the boats in 35s because that allows me to fit my larger army stacks on it, in case you've forgotten. More manpower, we don't really need that. Take the loyalty gain chance. Loyalty gain chance is, is this. It's currently 0.1%, so every month, I believe? Yeah, every month there's a 0.1% chance that a cohort will become loyal. When they're not in battle. When they're in battle, it's a 1% chance? Yeah. Which is still pretty low. It's perfectly acceptable. Look at all that attrition. Low loyalty penalty, unfortunately. Don't think there's anywhere over here we can actually stand without attrition. I'm just gonna spread our units out. We'll leave our 30s behind a little bit because they are simply faster, so it doesn't matter. And all of my 35s will spread out. Alright. Now we do have the... They're gonna have an army back here somewhere that we'll probably have to deal with. We could probably just use the lighter units to deal with that. Everyone needs a general. You guys back there. There we go. We need to fabricate a claim on you, on the only province that you are in. I'm not really looking forward to the war with Macedon, I'll be honest, but... Alright, declare war. What? Oh, you're not with... Because the revolt still exists somehow? I'm not entirely sure how that works, but... Because the revolt still exists, their leader, their person... What are they? Them. They're still under the revolt as their leader. So the actual country itself is not going to be involved, just the rebellion. You need to go there. And you guys don't actually need to exist. Can you not go this way? Why can't you go that way? Oh, because the fort is keeping you from going that way. That's it. I don't even know where the military of this little place is. Because I currently don't see it. I have one, right? 48. I mean, it's not much of one, but... It exists, so it's got that going for it. Oh, there's 10k, there's 20. The siege is won, my boy. And the rest of you dingleberries can go to independent, I guess. Go there. No more attrition for them. May as well take a military tradition as well. Of some description, don't know what I want. Lower the cost of a bunch of stuff. I don't know if that cost includes maintenance. No, because there's specifically a maintenance cost thing. Okay. And holy crap. In extreme circumstances, the triplex was said to have reached over a mile long. Well, let's see what we can get after that. Heavy infantry defense is pretty good. Light infantry morale is pretty good too, though. Light infantry don't really do any damage. They just have a lot of morale. Light archers are the opposite. They have no morale, but they do a lot of damage. Cheaper cost gives us that heavy infantry, though. And horse discipline. Go that way. Aim for the heavy infantry buff. We are victorious, we are victorious. Enemy captured, we are victorious. You can go independent. Let's leave all of our heavy stuff on independent. Don't know what that was, I accidentally clicked through too fast. God damn it. Hellenistic local power of Georgia folded. I don't know who Georgia is. I keep forgetting that's Egypt. I'm thinking that's like unpopulated for some reason, uncolonized. Civil war has ended, which means you're probably just under, yeah, Salaunia now. Who's not actually involved in this war yet. And may never become involved in this war. Look at all the trade partners we have. Holy shit. Honestly, in my opinion, the AI is overzealous with trading. Because even if they hate you, like this place hates us, but they trade with us. It's not really a thing that usually is supposed to happen, but hey. Like we'll be at war with someone and then the next month we'll just be trading with them like nothing happened. Whenever this finishes, we have total victory. There it goes. So for peace, I'll take all your stuff. Thank you. More Romans. And I don't believe there's anywhere we can stand over here. Continuing from before, there's not enough civilization over here. So they probably have to go pretty far back. Of course, I can leave them in Rome and then boat them across. Probably what I should do. Just leave those guys in Rome and then use the boats to get them across. We will, however, leave the light units over here. Because why not? Actually lose a lot of aggressive expansion every month. Which is good, because we are an aggressive country. Some citizens. These dingle-dongles are still fighting. It would be pretty amazing if we could get like a tributary. It's influence? Yeah. Like have one of these smaller ones take all the mountains up here and then just make them a tributary. Seleucid having a civil war? Oh. This explains why they were so small. Oh right, India's collapsing on itself, I remember. Check our stuff. Our stuff is looking fan-diddly-tastic. I don't know why I felt like saying it that way, but... I also don't know why you're just suffering attrition, but I guess it doesn't matter. I really wish you had more experience. I really wish experience didn't decay, but otherwise you just have max experience armies wandering around all the time. Our name is all the way over there. Well, we're only allied with Thrace now. Guaranteeing Sardia. It's a tiny little place there. And you're guaranteed by the Seleucid Empire, that's why you're not allied anymore. because you are massive. A massive lad, and you're at war with Phrygia, as is tradition. More loyal cohorts than we actually need. Could push more into Iberia Peninsula over here. But as nice of a chunk of land as that is, I'm still very wary of going in there with the culture and religion issues. Culture is spreading, which is good. I'd much rather go this way where the religion is correct, just the culture is wrong. It's a little bit easier to fix. Of course we have to fight, you know, Macedon, but their army has shrunk down. That's just because they're not at war. I need more boats. See, I said it before. Why can't I take this army and then duplicate it? Just auto build 35 boats without clicking 35 times. It's kind of annoying, but I'll build up some boats. Might build up more army. Probably should build up more army because we need overwhelming army. We're really big. We need to be able to just crush fights before stuff happens. So we'll do a big, huge military buildup, including naval, and then I'll come back and we'll go to war with Macedon, I guess. We already have a CB on them. I believe we have a permanent CB on them. Maybe Macedon has a CB on us. Do we have a CB on them, or did we lose it? No, we do have it on them. What is it over? Several things. It's this, Epirus, and then where's Georgia? Oh, it's the remainder of this province. Little chunk, like right there. Yeah. Wish they weren't all the same blue, but oh, it's because I have them highlighted. That's why they're all the same blue. Yeah, dangus. So we have a CB on the whole coastline. Which I would be fine with taking the whole coastline. There's a lot of good value and ports there. Well, we'll see. I kind of wish there was a way that I could just forcibly split myself. You know how Rome Total War did it? I know this isn't, you know, it's not accurate to how this functions, but where Rome had the three factions and then the main Rome that just sat there and did nothing. It'd be kind of cool if there was a way to split Rome like that. Have like forced alliances between all of them until a certain year, where it would just act as if it would, you know, Rome was splitting and there was the infighting and all that, because that happened. But anyway, I'll be back. It's a bit of a mess when you're building a lot of things at the same time. There's stuff everywhere. Look at this nonsense. There's boats, there's dudes, there's all sorts of things. What a mess. Anyway. Alright, it's time for the big war round 2. We're up to 555 cohorts and 430 ships. We have 150 of which sitting right here in the Fretum Hydrantinus. This little strait here, channel, whatever this is. Singular sea province, so we actually technically have a route from this to here. Probably could preemptively move all of my men, but I'm not going to. Instead, I'm gonna leave them all on auto and see what they can actually do, but Macedon is at war. They're pulled into the war of Phrygia and Iberia up there. Don't know what started this war, because the Seleucid are not involved, despite having recently, you know, like not even that long ago been involved in that war, but Phrygia is at war with them, and technically should be an equal war. I don't know how true that is, but holy shit, your tech is really high, Macedon. They're 2.3. They've got an extra 0.3 on the morale front there. Adds up a decent amount. But anyway, they're already at war. The Senate likes the plan, so we're going to declare war. We're going to declare war for probably Ilria, sorry, Gracia. I could do it for Georgia, but it's such a tiny province that it wouldn't actually be very useful. The Seleucid Empire will join this war because they are, of course, guaranteeing Macedon, curiously enough. But that shouldn't be a problem. They, of course, they have boats, apparently. Oh, because there's water over here, right? They have boats that they can't get to us with, so they have to march through land, and Phrygia is apparently... No, they're not at war. I was about to say, what? That was just me being at war. This is a rather one-sided war. They have many more troops than I do. But that's just because the Seleucids. And hopefully they're not involved in this, so... But anyway, everyone's left the auto. They should. They also all have commanders. Yes, they should path down this way. Via the boat. Of course, this will be a much better dramatic, you know, Blitzkrieg style siege if I had preemptively moved my units over, but... What are you doing? Standing there. Not sure why. But regardless, we have 555 cohorts coming down on the coastline of Macedon here in a second. We're going to suffer about 80 billion manpower worth of attrition. In case you are unaware of that. Once our units are across, or at least the majority of them, because that 30k stack is just standing there for some reason. I'll set this boat to auto. Oh, you're just going to stand there. The AI doesn't think it needs all the infantry. Again, it already killed all of Macedon's boats, apparently. Race has 26. I have so much naval superiority that it doesn't really matter. It's just that when I'm at war like this, I need to be wary, because, you know, if Carthage declares war on me and starts marching troops through Iberia, we're gonna have a rather bad time. I don't actually know what I want here, hold on. Aggressive expansion impact, maybe, perchance? Port defense? I don't know. Wish I could see all the tech options, but I can't, so here we are. AI also has a tendency to do this, where they partially siege out things. Looting be gentle, don't know what that was for, but... Ooh, a fight. A rather close fight as well. Like, those two provinces need to be sieged. Got an army over here, taking a little bit, but... Otherwise, everything else has been sieged properly. I don't know why the AI skips stuff like this. Those two. But those aren't important to the war goal, so it doesn't really matter. But this is what I mean. This is what I mean when I say we need, like, overwhelming power to just crush a fight before anything happens. A true prodigy. Gains tactician. A lot of these generals aren't very good. I have a few good ones, but there's a bunch that are like 6, 5. That one's a 3. That one's a 2, comically. But, you know, they're good enough, and if they're in fights for long enough, they'll actually gain more martial. So, they have room to grow, to say the least. I wonder how much I can take. Because again, these are going to be high-value provinces. Siege your capital? Where is your capital, actually? Where's Pella? There it is. A lot of people there. Look at all these marketplaces and training camps. Garbage. Not enough granaries. Loot and be gentle. Like, if I could take the coastline and this down here, that would actually be pretty big. Don't think I can. Army's higher morale and better quality? Oh, this is one of my light units. And realistically, you should, like, not march that way. But you do you. They'll figure it out, he says, knowing full well they probably won't figure it out. Of course, the problem with having armies split so much. Again, remember their tech is better than mine, so they have a higher max morale than me. What is this? Lack of a governor. I'm about to be real sad with the fact that I don't have enough governors for this. It's because I have too many commanders. Let the looting be gentle. Our war score is so low because we didn't take the war goal yet. Also have like a rotating just loss of men over there, just a meat grinder. We are victorious apparently. Let the looting be gentle apparently. There's a lot of apparentlys and confusion going on. Grab that, that should give us the war goal. Should being the keyword. It has indeed done so. I don't know why this unit is just chilling there. Because their military lead, the martial score thing is so low, they're just worried about it. Look at how much of Phrygia Macedon has actually sieged over here. Which is impressive. They have 558. 585. I had a brief period of dyslexia there. I hired a bunch of mercenaries somewhere. There's probably stuff like these armies. Yeah, 35 cohorts. There's just no men in them. Now our war score is going to continue being super low even though we've sieged all of this because Seleucid is involved. I don't really care for this war, but they are still involved, so. Siege ability, yes please. Siege ability is always nice. It only helps with castle sieges, not like, you know, field sieges, but still. You're actually sieging land back. That's rather rude of you. I am going to want to probably end this war at some point. Or hire some mercenaries, one of the two. Commander captured. Oh. I can never get prisoners back. So that guy's just gone forever. I've yet to ever successfully get a prisoner back. I don't know what it is with that system, but it's beyond my capabilities apparently. Let's get some mercs involved. Auto. They should, once their morale is back, march over there. Our boat's back up over there as well, so we have that land route. That guy's decided to move now. We are going to suffer a low tactician on someone else. We are going to suffer a lot of losses here. It's kind of the entire expected outcome. More morale recovery. He's got like 42k stack walking around over there. The intelligent thing, of course, would be to you know, get all of my armies together and take out some of these bigger stacks in a big old fight. Like that 77k that's right there. Another 68k behind it. Good lord. Alright, if Macedon wants to go big on this, then I want to go big on this. Mind you, this is going to be expensive. But we're still positive. How long that'll last, but let's look at our economy. Oh no, we're negative. Slightly, but we are negative. Those guys won't move until they get some morale back, so they'll just be chilling over there. But I'll be damned if I'm not going to try and win this war, like, entirely. I want as much land as I can get, which means we need that war score as high as we can get it. We are defeated, we are defeated. My armies are getting kind of small now. Peace imminent. Had the war goal too long. Victorious, victorious. Why aren't you moving? Again, I know I can do this manually. It would be a lot better. I kind of like watching the AI like auto fight though. Very ineffectively auto fight. Victorious, defeated. We have an army somewhere that doesn't have men. Oh, this is the one that had the general captured. Let's get another one captured. Why not? What could go wrong? Yeah, defeated. What if I set you guys to auto, but you're not moving? High value purchases, where my units don't actually participate. There's a lot of fights going on that we're losing and winning. We have one more than we've lost, but eventually both sides of this war are going to run out of men to throw at each other. Eventually. Send a representative, we can get an omen. I'm actually going to get national unrest because that's going to start spiking up pretty soon. We're victorious. Omen power. Omen power is always good. We've still got 700 more days, roughly. Enemy captured. Ooh. It looks like they've ended their war with Phrygia, yeah. So they pieced out of Phrygia and took nothing. I'm not sure why. Maybe they just white pieced. Well, I mean, obviously they white pieced, but maybe they were having stuff sieged back while they were fighting me. I'm not sure. We are defeated. Death. Unfortunate death. Reinforce the front. They have 70,000 men in this fight. I don't know where you got so many men, but you have a lot of men. Oh, that's a fucking... That's an expensive fight happening right there. Someone died. A governor. Good. I don't know where all these governors came from, but we were popping babies out apparently. We lost that fight. So what does the suggestion look like? Not bad. It's capping out the peace acceptance. And I wouldn't have a land route between these two sides, which isn't great, but we will continue this war. As costly as it may be, we've lost enough men that we may hire more mercenaries. Which is a hilarious phrase, and I like it. There's enough dead people that we can just pay more people. 423 versus 688. I'll hire you guys too. Got a boat over here, so it's not like they have very far to walk. Okay. We're up to 783 cohorts thrown into this war. We are defeated. And then we are immediately afterwards victorious, maybe. It may reinforce that, though. Oh, we actually ran from that, I guess? I don't really know, to be honest with you. I don't actually know how much of my actual military is going to be left when this is over, because we're mostly mercenary armies at this point. There's a need for 115,000 men. Holy hell. Like, what are you doing? Come help. Come up here and help. You idiot. We don't have all fucking century for this war to wage. I'll trade with you. Looting, be gentle. Like, we're still winning fights and we're still sieging. We sieged Pella, that's actually huge. Having their capital out of the equation is massive. I just set him to auto, he just stops where he is. I don't understand. That's what he wants to do, I guess. Clearly the AI knows how to wage war better than I do. The aggressive expansion impact, because that's about to be real fucking high. I told you I will win this war entirely. So we may get to the province in enforced peace, which means we have to just end this war in a moment here. I've actually never pushed a war this long, so I don't know if it forces the peace of just that province. Or if it just forces a suggested piece. Which would be this. We got basically nothing new out of that. Why do you suggest that over something else, like this? I don't want the whole province. I want that, I want this. No, not the whole thing. God damn it, why does it... Oh, fucking, why is it so buggy? I want you to cede a city. I want you to cede Petria. Petria to Rome. Puts me a little too high on that. I don't want you to siege or cede Ossetia. This is in reverse alphabet. I think. Is it? Wait up, what? There we go. Set. Still not happy with that. What if you keep Thermos? Wish I could just click it, but it's fucking buggy. It's close. Not big on that, but it's close. What is this? You may keep Kithria. I'm a generous god. It's in here somewhere. This is the key case. There. Let's get there. Oh, I have like a region selected with that. What if I just say like that? That would work. What do you mean negative 88? What do you mean negative 90? What the hell? Wasn't it negative 83 just a second ago? want this province. I can have that province, though. It's too many fucking provinces, man. Who's this? Thermos. I want that. Is there any other province that I'm taking, or city that I'm taking individually? Oh. Reset. Dang. It's both of the ones that I had turned off before. And there's another one. Really wish this list wasn't like this. Now, where is that at? It's this one. See, that's a province I want, though. I don't know that there's a way that we can take this without pushing this war longer. It's 83 to 83. And it's not like I can give them like a tiny smidgen of money to push it. Because that's not how peace works in this game. And assuming this force ends the war, I don't have enough time to get a tiny bit more war score. So unfortunately, I guess we just have to take the suggested. Which isn't great, but proud home will remain unharmed. Sparta will remain as it is. More Romans. Set everyone back to do whatever the hell you want mode. No, you actually have to stay there. I need you to transport people across. So look at that, we took in a Hawken. Nice little shoreline here. Really wish I had Patria because that gives us a land route, but okay. We'll need a new governor and some armies to stand there. And I think at this point, it's time to take Carthage. Shoreline here that Carthage holds, and then Iberia. Or maybe just more of Macedon, I'm not entirely sure. But you may have a governor. Oh, 2 regions. Shit. What other region did I take? Oh, I took a tiny smidge of Macedon, didn't I? Or no? I did. This little province right there is the one singular province, a smidge of Macedon. So technically I need 2 little armies to do that. How many armies I have? 693 cohorts. We lost a lot of cohorts. We're gonna have to rebuild, but you know, we're looking pretty powerful. Our population is extremely unhappy. We have a lot of unhappy pops, so our score isn't gonna be as high as it theoretically could. I also have that multiplier, divider, whatever. But before I end, we'll take a quick glance around the map here. This is looking like they could form Britannia if Debonia wasn't here. But actually no, they can still form Britannia because I believe it counts tributaries. Subject states. What the fuck? Why? What are you and why are you? Oh yeah, let's declare war on them. The Senate approves of that. Subia, rather large. This country may actually become a threat. Like, they're already a pretty big threat. 450 cohorts. And that's just going to keep expanding as they absorb these small areas here, or Subia, if they end up declaring war on them. Which they probably will at some point. Wait, this is a migratory tribe? Oh, these are all migratory, aren't they? I thought they were settled tribes. I guess they have to become a settled tribe, like these guys? I don't know, whatever. Macedon obviously looking substantially smaller. Hold on, pause it so it disappears. Phrygia still holding strong. Really surprised by Phrygia. Thrace is just a big old mess up there. Borders. Seleucid's not really doing anything. Marian Revolt is winning? Definitely winning. They're just very bad about it. And then we've got Anafalhapadar down here. That's how that's pronounced, by the way. Looking pretty solid. Still worried about Egypt. Or war with somebody. Oh, single province over there. Have fun with that. When I go to war with Carthage, I'm gonna have to go to war with Egypt. Which won't be a huge deal, because we can just blow up all of Egypt's boats. So I'm not too worried about it. All of their troops should theoretically end up over here in Carthago, where most of the fighting is gonna be anyway. I'll have some troops over here, probably like a fuck ton of mercenaries again, but we'll have some troops over here to take this and then hold this straight, maybe. And then we'll push Carthage. Oh, that seems like a plan to me.